Are you enjoying the expo so far? Let me see all them bags. Hold them bags up. Let me see if you've been shopping some. There you go. There you go. All right.
I'm going to end up dumping pasta water there, so if you see me moving, watch. I don't want to.
I'll have prizes for you after the show. And this is one of the hottest places in Paducah. It is growing, and I'll have them explain about their expansion. But right now, presenting for us at the 2018 Real Women's Expo, please say hello to Chef Rob.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
And who you got with you?
I have Joan Manganaro and Lauren.
Hi, everybody.
Joan Manganaro and Lauren Hunt, owners, operators. And now, you're on, buddy. Cook us something good.
Thank you much. How's everybody doing today? So we're going to do a chicken artichoke campanelli pasta, a very spring-themed pasta, and something that's going to be easy to change up and put things in it that you like at home. We've also got some recipe cards that we're going to pass out later as well.
How many of you have been to our Italian Grill on Broadway downtown? Raise your hands. Woo! Okay. Well, if you haven't, a little bit about where we come from, why we do Italian Grill on Broadway. We like to make everything fresh from scratch. So every day these guys get in very early and they start making fresh pasta the old Italian way with just semolina, eggs, and water. And we make that every single day fresh. So Chef Rob, if you want to show them the pasta you're going to work with today.
Today we're working with our house-made fresh campanelli pasta. It kind of looks like a little flower. And we have this available to purchase 5 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday. Come in and you'll get 2 bags for $8. We have a lot of other varieties of pastas.
$5.
2 bags for $5, I'm sorry. We have a lot of other varieties as well. We make all of our pasta fresh in-house every day. So I'm going to get started with this. As you see on the recipe card, it'll give you directions for all of this.
Sorry, Lauren is going to be passing out these recipe cards for all of you, and we only printed 50. We didn't expect such a huge turnout. We're so sorry, but thankful. And so what she's done is she's gone ahead and posted this recipe on our Facebook page, Italian Girl on Broadway for Facebook. And so if you want to go and copy any of this, it's all going to be on our Facebook page as well. But the written copy here is going to talk about each of the ingredients that you'll need. And what ingredients are we going to be putting in this pasta today, Rob?
So I've got 3 chicken breasts that we marinate in our house marinade. So the marinade's not on the recipe, but I've got 3 chicken breasts that I cooked at the restaurant and then cut up. I've got 1 14-ounce can of quartered artichoke hearts.
And those were just the artichoke hearts in water, right? Not
yes,
the oil.
Ma'am.
So
yes,
again,
ma'am.
a nice light spring recipe.
I've got 1 small yellow onion diced. I've got about 4 ounces of fresh spinach.
4 ounces? That looks like a pound. Now, spinach doesn't weigh much, but it's really, really, really healthy for you. It's great for your skin, your hair, and it's not that expensive, but it does pack a potent nutrition punch.
Got a little salt and pepper to season with, some freshly grated Parmesan cheese, and 1 lemon.
Guys, a lot of this stuff can be purchased at our local Midtown Market. We partner with them quite a bit, and they have great fresh organic produce. They also have a great spice aisle selection. Their artichoke hearts, you'll be able to find a variety. We did go with the in water this time only to make this recipe much lighter and healthier. My husband really loves the Greek-style marinated artichoke hearts and all the oil with the spices and herbs, but those would make the recipe less light. So we're starting with the saute.
So I've added 1 diced yellow onion to my hot olive oil. And we're going to season as we go along. If you add a little salt to the onion as it cooks, it helps it to cook quicker. It pulls some of the moisture out, and it'll actually get soft. And if you season as you go along, don't put all the salt into a dish at once, but season it a couple times, you actually find that you get more flavor. So as I've got the saute going, we're going to go ahead and drop our pasta in the water. Now, fresh pasta is a lot different than the dried store pastas that you'll buy. This is going to cook in about 1.5 to 2 minutes. So my onions are starting to look nice and clear, a little translucent. Gonna add some chicken.
So, Chef, if they had maybe chicken breasts that they had cooked the night before but hadn't used all of them, this would be a great second day recipe. So you could just use some of that leftover chicken breast, chop it up, not tiny, tiny small, but in a good way, and then maybe add something like that to, this could be a day after pasta dinner.
Definitely. Or if you're in a pinch and you want to throw this together quickly, you could go to your favorite market and buy a roasted chicken already, something that is cooked. Italian seasoning or a lemon herb would be really nice in this. And you could just pull the chicken or cut it up and throw it in the dish as well. So I've added the chicken and the artichoke hearts. The artichoke hearts don't really need to cook, they just need to heat through. Gonna add some of our fresh spinach.
I think cooking with spinach is so neat because it starts like such a heap in the pan and then all of a sudden there's nothing there. It's wilted away, literally. The spinach has wilted to nothing. But when you cook with fresh spinach, all of that great wilted goodness that gets into your dish not only adds an extra great flavor component to that, but it also adds all those nutrients. So the nutrients from the fresh spinach are what you're going to really get with using a fresh spinach. Some people like to cheat with frozen spinach. You could, but it wouldn't be the same.
Take it there.
I think we're used to cooking with bigger pans. Sorry.
Slightly. And so on the recipe card, it says artichokes. Another thing that I would really like in this recipe is mushrooms. I know that mushrooms is an allergen, and so we didn't want to pass those out here.
We're just straining the pasta water. Straining the pasta water for, you can't see this in TV land, but he's just dumping the hot pasta water so that we can get this nice freshly cooked pasta, and it's just very light, just an al dente, which means in Italian to the tooth. So you have a little bit of a toothiness, so you still have a bite in your pasta. It's not just a mush. So that's the difference in fresh pasta. You want to make sure, if you bought a store-bought dried pasta, you might have to cook it a little bit longer because you're drying out those anti-breakage agents and the anti-caking agents and a lot of the preservatives that they put on dried. And so that's taking longer to break down that chemical coating that's been added to the outside to dry that pasta.
And so when I drained it, I saved a little bit of the pasta water, and I added that to the pan as well. So this doesn't have what most of y'all might consider a traditional sauce. We're not using marinara, Alfredo, something like that. It's actually a little bit more traditional Italian, a lighter sauce.
So you're not taking the pasta and spaghetti and throwing it against the wall?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Right. Just
no,
checking,
sir.
just checking.
So the pasta water, though, some of the starch from the pasta cooks off into the water. When you add a small amount to your pan, and then I squeezed the lemon juice, and then we're going to add a little bit more olive oil. The starch in the pasta water, as it cooks down, actually gives some viscosity to the sauce. So you have a nice light sauce, and as everybody knows, olive oil is super good for you.
Olive oil and coconut oil are some of the best things that you could cook with at home. So this, you're just tossing the pasta, and then mix your ingredients all together. And that giant pile of spinach turned to almost nothing. So again, you can use as much spinach or as little spinach as you like.
And then to finish it, your favorite grated cheese. We're using Parmesan here. But any other cheese that you like at home, whether it's Asiago or Romano, those all work well as well.
Well, this looks great. This is a nice light pasta. How's everybody liking your pasta out there? Good, good, good. It is going to be a little bit, you're going to get that lemony, fresh flavor. The artichokes are very light. Artichokes are almost like a sponge, and they can absorb the flavors of other components. So that adds a great flavor component to the dish itself. And then that delicious chicken. You can marinate your chicken breast in anything. We like to do a light style chicken breast with just lemon, garlic, salt, pepper, a little bit of fresh oil. And We would also like to say that we have done this dish in record time. We went really fast, and we should have taken more time. We should have taken a lot more time, Bear. So we should.
You mean you're done?
Well, we should take some questions maybe about
Well,
while the
yeah,
chef
we're
is
going
up
to do
here.
some questions, and then Chef Rob, we're going to ask you a question. What can you do with pork and beans?
Oh,
With pork and beans?
Pork and beans, because most of us are used to eating pork and beans. He actually
It goes
thinks I'm
with barbecue good.
it does.
serious. It does.
Hey,
Anybody got a question? Any questions? Any questions? Oh, let me go way over here. They
these
always
questions
wait
can
for
be
me.
cooking in general. This guy is an amazing chef. He came to us from St. Louis, and so he's got a wealth of chefy knowledge locked in this head full of harebrain. So
And your question is,
Does Italian Grill still sell the fresh pasta?
does Italian Grill still sell their fresh pasta?
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
We do sell our fresh pasta, and what we have done is we're selling it in-house now for just $5. You can come and buy any of the fresh pastas and take them home. This is actually campanelli, and it's great for these light pastas, but if you wanted to make something a little heartier at home, we do have our mafalda noodle is a really great, it's a long ribboned pasta. It's got the ruffled edges, and it holds a cheese sauce very well. If you're looking for something to put a marinara or a heavier meat sauce on, we have a bucatini. We also have a spaghetti. A lot of different noodles to choose from. And so you're more than welcome to come in anytime we're open. Ask your server about the different varieties of pastas. Man, I sure hope they know all their pastas. So we're going to have to make sure we check that out. But there's lots and lots of different varieties of pasta that we keep in-house and make fresh every day. We can sell you as much as we have available. It is, like Rob said, 2 of these bags for $5. I don't know if you guys can kind of see how much pasta that one bag made. That was one bag of this pasta. So imagine how much 2 could do.
Plus, you can put that in your bathtub, and it's a lot of fun. I know you're presenting, Joan, I know you're presenting Italian Grill, but please share with everyone the new venues that you have, please, and thank you.
Well, I would love to. Just downstairs at our Italian Grill concept, where Chef Rob is the head chef, we do also have a great sushi chef. And his name is Soon, like, I will see you soon. And he says that all the time. I think it's so funny. He came to us from Nashville. He makes amazing fresh pasta. And this became kind of a reality of my husband's dream. He loved fresh sushi. He moved here from Florida and missed his fresh sushi. And when I mean fresh sushi, I mean real crab meat, not imitation crab meat. I mean fresh tuna flown in 3 times a week, really fresh, not frozen food items, fresh scallops, soy paper, the lightest, healthiest of all the sushi items you can get. And so we took our downstairs bar area, which was not very used. It was kind of just like a catch-all for to-go boxes. So we turned that into a sushi bar. And so the sushi area now serves lunch and dinner. Lunch is Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 1:30, and dinner is Tuesday through Saturday 5 to 10. So sushi is our newest fun guy that we have just opened. And I wish that was a mushroom joke. You missed it. Fun guy, get it? A mushroom is a fun guy. Okay, sorry. I like puns, but I'm not very punny. This one tells me I'm not very punny all the time. So let's talk about Grill 211. There's another one. So because my husband loves seafood, but he also loves steak. So at Italian Grill, we got so busy making pasta dishes all the time, he didn't get to feature all of his neat steak and veal chops and lamb chops and the pork tenderloin as much as he wanted. So a beautiful restaurant was vacated downtown, and we had the opportunity to take that lease over. So we turned the old Di Fratelli's into what we now call Grill 211. And the name sounds weird, but it's called Grill 211 because we already had Italian Grill on Broadway at 314 Broadway. Well, Grill 211 is at 211 Broadway. So we didn't want to have any more on Broadways. So we said Grill 211. It is an American-style grill. We do have 2 wonderful wood open fire. Am I calling this right?
Yeah, wood grills.
Wood grills. Okay, sorry. So we have wood grills, and we grill everything. We've got lots of great seafood options we bring in. Every week is something different. We do a big ribeye steak, a filet. Rob comes up with new menu additions from time to time. This week we did a really great 1.5 pound veal chop. I had never seen such a big veal chop. But if you're curious about any of these other restaurants, just check our Facebook pages. We have Facebook pages for each. You can see pictures, you can see the menu, you can see all kinds of just different photos of how things come out, how things are prepared. We always give you before and after photos, so we'll show you. This week we did a smoked meatloaf, and so you'll see how the smoked meatloaf came out and then how we plated it after it was char grilled. So there's a lot of neat things to see on those Facebook pages. And we also have our pizza warehouse that is over by Sam's. Do you like Pizza Warehouse? Thank you so much. I didn't know it was possible, but we had a chicken wing emergency today. Apparently, we ran out of chicken wings. So we had to call and get emergency chicken wing delivery. I don't know, I've never heard of this, but it happens, I promise you. In the restaurant world, all kinds of fun things happen. And if you ever call at 6:15 a.m. in the morning to make a reservation for Grill 211, you'll probably come to my cell phone, and I'll probably answer and take your reservation. Any questions? More questions, anybody?
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Cooking questions, food questions.
Now
more
you got
samples?
4 good places to go. Stand up, holler at me. Tell me what you want. Holla. What's your question? Do what? Does Lauren cook? Oh, Lauren's one of the craziest cooks you ever saw in your life. See, Lauren, they're calling you out.
Okay.
You find Lauren at your Pizza Warehouse most of the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's
But-
at Pizza Warehouse.
But she has been known to, she makes great pizza. She's also, when we were short a man, she
Yeah.
helped Rob. She sauteed, and she also has bartended last night. And last week before that, did dishes.
Yep.
And so she also is in charge of all of our great bars. I didn't even mention, I know it's a little early, but not really, it's Saturday. We have great bars in all of our dining locations. So Italian Grill on Broadway has a great bar upstairs, and lots of great draft beer selections and wines and fun mixed drinks, bartenders and mixologists that can make anything you want. Pizza Warehouse has 24 taps of great different kinds of super cold beer. Grill 211 has a completely different bar menu, so you can have different cocktails at every location. We do happy hours at each location. The chef comes up with specials. What was your special this weekend?
We were doing a mussels marinara.
Oh,
It's steamed mussels in marinara with red wine, olives, capers, and a little bit of red pepper flakes. Not too spicy, but just enough to give it a little flavor. We're also doing a different version of this in the restaurant this weekend. Instead of the artichoke hearts, we're using fresh asparagus.
oh, how neat. I bet this would be good with asparagus. And so what I was saying about what's great about partnering with Midtown Market is that they bring in seasonal fresh vegetables that are locally grown all the time, and we get those same fresh vegetables from the same produce supplier. So if you're ever looking for help, you can say, hey, Italian Grill, what's one of your featured specialty things this weekend? Let's try to recreate it at home, and then so we can tell you what our special is. Maybe you want to come in with friends and try it, and then maybe later you get the same fresh produce from Midtown Market and make it yourself at home. That's what's great about going to kind of a restaurant where, you know, you share your recipes and you talk with everyone about how to do this. And we share all of our ingredients. There are no secret ingredients. They're all just really good, fresh ingredients.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies, how about a big hand for Chef Rob? Joan and Lauren, how about a big hand? Thank you, ladies.